Nashtabraishva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya Bhagavatamashloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishiki Sujneshwadamo Bhagate Dharmidana Visa Kalanashta Dishamesha Pranakaladha Sarvedanta Sarani Sri Bhagavatameshite Sarvasamashasya Nanyashasya Drutikase Krishnatoya Bhagavata Vivasarvasraya Pradishloke Pradishare Nanartakaya Premaya Bhagavata Krishna Sriyanga Chate Kahinyata Govikrishna. So, this is Srimad Bhagavatam Saturday class. We're discussing third canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 14, 15, 16. And these are all preparation chapters for the appearance of Lord Varaha. Bhagavan Varahadev was one of the Das avatars of Krishna in this world for the establishment of Dharma. What are the verses in Bhagavad Gita that describe this function?
Yada yada dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata
Abhyutam dharmasya satma. So what's the translation?
As religion grows and religion diminishes, I myself come into this world and deliver the sadhus and establish the religion.
Yeah. So we're on chapter. So we're getting to understand the appearance of Lord Varaha. We have to understand why he came. So he came to kill a demon. So what's the history of the demon? Which demon? Who's the mother and father of the demon? Where do they appear? What yuga? What yuga is we're talking about?
Satyuga.
Satyuga. What's the name of the demon? Who is his relative? Who is the mother and father? Diti and Kashyapa. And who is the father of Diti? Father of Diti is who? Daksha, correct. Daksha is a progenitor. He's in charge of making living entities. So Kashyap, Daksha had, how many daughters did he give in marriage to Kashyap?
13.
He had 13 daughters, lucky 13. So he gave 13 daughters to Kashyap Muni for the purpose of expanding Praja, expanding human living beings. Not only human beings. You read other parts of Purana, the different wives gave birth to snakes. Animals. Human mother and human father gave birth to animals, and that's pretty amazing description. It opens your eyes, like that's pretty extraordinary kind of power they have. But this is about the appearance of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, who became the two sons of Kashyap and Diti. Why were they demons? What's one reason why they were demoniac?
Because they were originated at Asura Sandhya.
Yeah, because in every activity there's three things that have to be considered. Kala, Desh, and Patra. The time, place, and the persons. So the persons are husband and wife who have all right to produce children. But the time was okay. I mean, time was not good. Place was their private room, so the place was okay. But the time was very bad. What time was it?
Evening time.
Evening time, dusk. It means after the sun sets, before the moon rises, before the stars become visible in the sky, it's called pradosh, or it's called dusk. Actually, it's called Shayan. Shayan Leela is from 6 p.m. until 8:24. It's called Shayan Kala. And this is a very inauspicious time. Why is it inauspicious?
Because Shiva's wanders about
With all his bhutas and
Because Shiva and all his ghostly bhutas and prates and ghosts and negative, irreligious beings, subtle beings, move around the earth planet and see who's doing a dharma. Like, for example, husband and wife trying to enjoy at sunset, then these ghosts will interfere with their lives and create a very negative being in the womb of that woman to propagate a dharma. So it's called a dharmic time. Just like we have Brahma Muhurta, we have Brahma Muhurta, what time is that?
3:36 to 4:15.
3:36 to 4:15 is called Brahma Muhurta. This is a time for Brahma and rishis and sages to meditate on Vishnu, engage in spiritual practices. There's also something called Rakshas Muhurta. Rakshas means Asura, ungodly beings, hellish beings, and their time is from 1 a.m. in the morning till 3 a.m. and from an hour, 2 hours before sunset. Like Brahma Muhurta is 2 hours before sunrise, roughly 2-3 hours. And so the same thing at Rakshasa Muhurta is before sunset. So there's, like they say, there's a common phrase in English, there's a time and place for everything. Right time, right place. So timing is very important for any, timing is very important for any function. So we're on verse, I think we're on verse 46 of chapter 14, page 353. You might read in Sanskrit, you haven't heard you for a while.
Yoger hemeva durvarnam bhavayishyanti sadavaha nirvairadhiviratmanam yatshilam anuvartitum.
Read his translation.
Just as inferior gold is purified by heating, the devotees will purify themselves by showing lack of animosity to attain qualities like Prahlada.
Yeah, so Prahlada is mentioned here because he's a descendant of the Asura, Gotra. He's going to be the son. Otherwise, there was Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they were Asuras, but a great devotee took birth in their family named Prahlad. He was the son of Hiranyakashipu and Diti, and he became a great Vaishnava. And he was able to liberate his successive dynasties by his spiritual power. When the Shringadev killed the father of Prahlad, Hiranyakashipu, the Shringadev gave a benediction. They wouldn't kill any relatives, any family members of Prahlad. So Prahlad, he had a son named Virochan. Virochan's son was named Bali Maharaj. And also Banasura, these are all descendants of Prahlad's family. And although Vishnu and Krishna fought with them, he didn't kill them. He gave a spiritual body to Banasura. Banasura had thousands of arms, and Krishna battled with him and chopped off every arm but 4 arms. Why did he have 4 arms? Because he has 4 arms. He has a Vishnu Rupa and Sarup. He has a Vaikuntha form with 4 arms. Shiva pleaded with his disciple. His devotee Banasura is a devotee of Shiva. So when Shiva was also fighting on behalf of Banasura, was fighting Krishna. It's in 10th Canto Bhagavatam, the story of Banasura. And Krishna was knocking all the arms off, and Shiva said, please spare him, don't cut all his arms off. So he left 4 arms to signify that he gave us Vaikuntha Sarup. Because the Vaikuntha is called Sarupya Mukti, get the same form as Vishnu. So this verse 46 is just talking about Prahlad didn't have any anger, although he should have been angry because so many people tried to kill him, especially his father, but he never showed any anger. He always turned the other cheek like Jesus said. Jesus is famous for showing compassion even for those who crucified him. And when he was being crucified by the soldiers of whoever that guy was, Rome or someone, I forget. This guy was in charge of that area, Jerusalem, whatever. He he looked up in the sky and Jesus said, "Bless them, Father, for they don't know what they're doing." So he was begging for compassion for the people who were crucifying and killing him. So Prahlad was the same way. He was begging for mercy for Nrsimhadev. When Nrsimhadev offered him benedictions and boons, what do you want? And then Prahlad Maharaj simply said, "Liberate my father, forgive him and liberate him." And so Nrsimhadev said, "Tatastu, I've already done it." Because Hiranyakashipu was Vaikunthavasi, he was Jai and Vijay. So I think we'll have some commentary here. Prabhupada's Bhagavatam. I'm just giving that book. Okay. This is verse 16. There's Prabhupada's translation in the commentary. The verse says, Yogar Hemeva Duravarnam. In order to follow in his footsteps, saintly persons will try to emulate the character of Prahlad Maharaj by practicing freedom from animosity. Just as a purifying process rectifies gold of its inferior quality. We discussed that last week. We have 14 karat gold, 18, 22, 24. And each one is gold that is melted to a liquid, and all impurities are scooped out of the gold every time you melt it, and it becomes more higher number of carats, which is more valuable and more costly. So Prabhupada's commentary. Yoga practice means controlling the senses and purifying one's identity. Without self-control, one cannot practice freedom from anger. Conditioned souls are envious of each other, but in the liberated state, there's absence of envy and anger. Although Prahlad Maharaj was tortured by his father, Hiranyakashipu, after the death of his father, he prayed for his father's liberation. He did not ask for any benediction for himself. He prayed for his atheistic father to be liberated. He never cursed any person that was trying to kill him. Pretty amazing. What does it mean when you want to get back at somebody? What's the word? You want to get back at someone. Revenge. Revenge. You did 5 things to me wrong, I'm going to do 10 things to you back. Just see my power. You'll find out, buddy. You slap me, I'll kick you. Hard. So that's not a good idea. That's not the philosophy of Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, read the next verse, 47.
Yat prasadadidam vishvam prasidati yadatmakam sasvadrit bhagavan yasya toshyaten ananyaya drusha. Because of the mercy of the soul of the universe towards Prahlada, the whole universe is pleased with him. Krishna, Narsimha, who sees only his devotees with affection, is satisfied with the devotee whose intelligence is directed only to him.
It's pretty amazing. Vishram Prasada Idam Vishram. The whole universe was happy with one little boy. That's quite an accomplishment. You're considered a social success if a handful of people are happy with you. Your mother-in-law and your father-in-law and your husband and your boss at work are happy with you. You consider your life successful. But even then, so many people maybe are enemies and inimical towards you. But Prahlad Maharaj's whole universe was happy with him because the super soul in everyone in the universe is Vishnu, Chaitaguru, or Antaryami, Paramatma. There's Paramatma inside the heart, and who's the super soul of the universe? Super soul of the universe is Shiradakshay Vishnu. The universe is Shiradakshay Vishnu. Loka is another form, is a Paramatma for the universe. And that Shiradakshay Vishnu expands in every living entity's heart as Paramatma, Antaryami. He goes inside. So he's happy. He was happy, very happy with Prahlad. So his happiness was shared to every living entity in the universe. The whole universe was happy with Prahlad. He'd be a good politician. Everybody would vote for him. Prahlad Maharaj Party. PM Party. So Prabhupada has some comment on that verse 47. His commentary. Krishna is situated everywhere as the super soul, and he can dictate to anyone and everyone as he likes. It will be the future grandson of Diti. Who is that? Prahlad Maharaj. Was predicted to be a great devotee, would be liked by everyone, even by the enemies of his father, because he would have no other vision besides Bhagavan, Krishna. The pure devotee of Krishna sees the presence of Krishna everywhere, drawing everyone. Krishna is present in the hearts of everyone and can dictate them to be friendly to his devotee. There are many instances in history where even the most ferocious animals became friendly to pure devotees of the Lord. What's an example? You ever hear Rasikananda? Rasikananda, who is he?
Disciple of Shyamananda.
Disciple of Shyamananda. So there was a tantric yogi who had a tiger. And what did he feed his tiger with? It's in the story of the biography of Rasikananda. This tantric yogi fed his tiger with Vaishnavas. He wasn't a Vaishnava, he was a tantric Shaivite. So he would go to, where do you live? Prithihar.
Paschim
Bihar. You're a Westerner. Paschim means Westerner. No, we say Prabhupada's Pranam prayer. Paschatya Desha Tarane. He delivered the Western countries. You live in Paschim Bihar and New Delhi, so you're a Videsi. You're a Westerner. So this tiger was going around eating people in Paschim Bihar. Rasikananda was living outside the town, and somebody came and said, so this tiger keeper, he heard there's a famous Vaishnava outside the town by a river. So he said, let's take his tiger out there for breakfast. So when he got there, Rasikananda was sitting on a rock brushing his teeth with a neem twig from a neem tree. Sitting on a rock. You know the story? And this lion was coming, and the tiger was coming. The guy saw him, the Vaishnava put it on tilak, everything. Said, go eat him up. So Rasikananda said, what are you doing? So he he's sitting on a rock, he hit the rock with his hand, the rock went up in the sky. Like a helicopter. He kept brushing his teeth. The guy was the tiger. I'm not afraid of you, man. He took his twig and threw it down the tiger. So, and then the tantric yogi guy said, hey, what are you doing up there? And he said, I don't want to get eaten by your tiger, man. He said, no, I won't. Come on down, I want to talk to you. I'll call the tiger off, you know. So he tied up the tiger around a tree or something, and Rasikananda came down in his rock helicopter. He said, listen, how did you do this? I'm a tantric, I can by my charms, by my mantra, I can control cobras and tigers, make them work for me, and I do many things. I can't sit on a rock and fly in the sky like you know, an aeroplane, no. Like an airplane. So can you tell me how to do this, fly in the sky? He said, I can teach you how to fly in the sky on a rock, but you have to surrender to the Guru and follow, have some qualification. First thing you have to do is let this tiger go. There's a nice jungle here, let him go in the jungle. And just stop getting tigers eating Vaishnavas. So he said, okay. What else I had to do? Now I had to chant this mantra. So he told him, chant Hare Krishna. He said, you keep chanting this mantra, and you can sit on my stone, and you keep chanting, and after some time you can fly on this rock. So this story is there about the powers of Rasikananda. So he made friends. There was one village, he was walking through one village, there was a wild elephant. Wild elephant would eat a bunch of sugar cane, like fermented sugar cane. Which means turn into alcohol. See, like a crazy bull elephant. So he go rampaging through the village. And the villages in Bengal, in Orissa, the houses are made of mud and straw. So when wild elephant goes crazy, you just kick down your house in a second, you know. So he was knocking all the houses down, making a big mess. So when Rasikananda came to the village, people were complaining about this man elephant. I said, where is he? So he went out in the jungle, and the elephant charged down. And then he said, stop. And he came out and he slapped him on the forehead. Boom. You're nonsense. And then the elephant paid obeisance, put his trunk on the ground. And Rasikananda preached to him. Said, look, stop being nonsense. Be a Vaishnava. Go down to the river, bathe. After you bathe the river, take some mud with your trunk and put on Shamananda tilak. Do 4 tilak on your nose every morning. And then everybody will know that you're, follower of Shamananda, and you're a Vaishnava, you won't cause any problem to anybody. So the elephant's okay. So then he take a bath, in the river, come out and mix up some, Rakunjal, feel like some black mud and put on. So there's another story of Rustic in London. So that shows how he became friends, a super soul in the heart of all those tigers and elephants. They said, surrender to Rustic in London. That's not in Vishwan's commentary. It's a very interesting book. I read that about 30 years ago. Okay. Let's see what other verse we have here. So, let's look at verse 49. This whole series of verses, it's interesting how whenever I tell you, whenever you read the Bhagavatam, you always have to ask these three questions: who, what, when, where, why, how. So, what's the underlying story going on here? The conversation between Maitreya Muni, who's acting as the guru, and Vidura, who's the brother of Dhritarashtra, who's on Tirtha Yatra, who gave up his royal duties as a Kshatriya. Now he's pursuing self-realization to understand the real meaning of human life. Meeting different holy people in India. He met Uddhava, now he's meeting Maitreya Muni. So Maitreya Muni is narrating a conversation they heard with Brahma and some rishis were talking about the Ra avatar. And in that conversation, they quote Shukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. So now, in this conversation, Maitreya is talking, he's talking about basically he's talking about the family of Diti and Kashyapa. So Diti and Kashyapa gave birth to Hiranyakashipu, and Hiranyakashipu will give birth. He hasn't even appeared yet, Hiranyakashipu. But he's now, Maitreya Muni is talking, okay, Hiranyakashipu and his brother are big demons. They got killed by avatars of Vishnu. But there's one boy who's going to be born in this family named Prahlad. He's going to be a great devotee. And these are his qualities. So see how it's transiting. It's about Hiranyakashipu about to take birth. Now he's talking about the future, about the son of someone who's not even born yet. In the storyline, the dialogue of the story. Prahlad isn't even born yet. They're talking about his qualities, what he'll do and what it'll be like. So that's very interesting. So what verse are we talking about? 49. Read it Sanskrit. This is describing the qualities. These 3 or 4 verses are describing the qualities of Prahlad Maharaj.
Alampata Shila Dharo Gunakaro Rishta Paradhya Vyatito Dukkiteshu Abhuta Shatrur Jagata Shokaharta Naidagikam Tapamivodu Raja. He will be without greed, of good nature, the source of all good qualities. He will be joyful on seeing others' prosperity and will suffer on seeing their suffering. He will have no enemy and will deliver the universe from sorrow, just as the moon gives relief from summer heat.
Yeah, in the verse before it says, Prahlad Maharaj will be a great devotee with great determination. He'll be on the highest level of frame, attained by Kanta, and practice intense bhakti and give up this material world. So, this glorifying Prahlad Maharaj.
Kashyapa is saying this.
Huh?
Kashyapa is saying.
Kashyapa is glorifying Prahlad Maharaj. Will be, what's the relationship of Kashyapa to Prahlad?
Grandson.
Grandson. Sons are questionable, but grandsons are always good. So look at text 50. No, wait a second. Let's look at what Prabhupada says about this one. This is Srila Prabhupada's commentary on this verse 49. Okay. Prahlad Maharaj will be virtually 49.
Yes.
Oh. I skipped to go there.
Yeah, 48 is
49. Shadow chapter 14. Oh, that's 50. Okay, yeah. Prahlad Maharaj will be virtuously qualified reservoir of all good qualities. Prahlad will be jolly and happy in others' happiness and distressed in others' distress. He will have no enemies. Prahlad Maharaj will be a destroyer of lamentation of the whole universe, like a pleasant moon after a summer's sun. Prahlad Maharaj is an exemplary devotee of the Lord and all the good qualities humanly possible. Although he was an emperor of this world, he was not a sense enjoyer. Beginning from childhood, he was a reservoir of all good qualities. He had all the signs of a pure devotee. The most important characteristic of a pure devotee is that he's not lampat. You see, it says, the first word says alampata. You see that verse 49? Alampata. Where do you have that? Where are you familiar with that verse?
8 verse of 6 Shastra.
Krishna's
Right, the answer is right. What is the verse now? Ashishava Paratam. Right, the second line. Lampato. So who's the lampat?
Krishna.
So Prahlad is like lampat. What does lampat mean? He's always shoving on girls. Make it short. Your wife, anybody's wife, any unmarried girl, kanyas, patnis, anything anyone can find. So Krishna is a lampat. But Prahlad is a lampat. He's not a lampat. He's a good boy. Krishna's a bad boy, naughty boy. He's not a lampat, licentious. He's always eager to remove the miseries of suffering humanity. He's most That's an interesting sentence. He said he's always eager to remove the misery of living entities in his forgetfulness. So, can't read so good. He's always eager to remove the miseries of suffering humanity. The most obnoxious, this is a very powerful sentence, the most obnoxious misery of a living entity is forgetfulness of Krishna. That's right. Obnoxious. There's a lot of obnoxious, miserable people out there. The pure devotee is always trying to evoke everyone's Krishna consciousness. This is the remedy for all miseries. Just chant Hare Krishna. That was Prabhupada's answer every question. One day in 1966, one lady came into Prabhupada's room, said, "Prabhupada, I always see when I sit down and chant japa, I see a red light in front of my face. It keeps going on, off, red, no, red. And I don't know what it means." The Prabhupada said, "Keep chanting, it will go away." Keep chanting, it will go away. You say anything else? No problem, that's it, thank you. Okay. Take yourself. So, Prabhupada, everything was that one answer, all problems. 650, this end of chapter 14. Internally, externally, Prahlada always saw Krishna with lotus eyes, accepting a form according to the desire of his devotee, whose face is decorated with dazzling earrings. The beautiful form is possessed by Lakshmi. So internally and externally, Prahlada Maharaj was seeing Krishna. The meditation and had Sakshat Darshan, which are the symptoms of one at Prema. Prabhupada's commentary. A pure devotee becomes attached to one of the eternal forms of Krishna, and Krishna is eager, pleased to appear before one in that form desired. But whenever a devotee sees Krishna, he sees Krishna in the most beautifully decorated form, accompanied by his constant companion, Goddess of Fortune, who is eternally beautiful. So, if you're a devotee of Banki Bihari, you want to see Banki Bihari with Radharani. If you're a devotee of Radharaman, you want to see Radharaman with Radharani. If you're a devotee of Radha Vallabha, you want to see Radha Vallabha with Radharani. And you'll see. By and by. That's what the verse is saying. The Krishna shows himself. Antar Bahi. Antar, inside, outside, you see. Lakshmi is called Chanchal. What does that mean?
Not steady, yeah.
Does not stay in one place.
Money doesn't stay.
Not steady, jump.
Lakshmi is only Chanchal. It means fickle here and there and here today, gone tomorrow. Hope not. You guys got some service to do. Here today, gone tomorrow. But this is only true in the material world with materialistic people. I know a devotee in Delhi, he's a disciple of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. He's an Arabpati, he's a big industrialist. He's been rich since he was born. Now he's maybe 50 years old and he's richer than ever. So, and he's a good devotee, as good as he can be. And Krishna doesn't, Lakshmi is not leaving him. Lakshmi is coming more and more to him. So this Chanchal idea of Lakshmi doesn't apply to devotee at all. Because devotee means Narayan, Bhakta means Vishnu, means Vaishnava. Vaishnava means devotee of Vishnu. Ram, Krishna, it means all are called Vaishnavas. And we see that Lakshmi never leaves Narayan. She's not Chanchal with Narayan. So that means she's not Chanchal with Narayan or Vaishnavas, with devotees of Narayan. So there's a verse in the 10th canto, chapter 88, Brihasura chapter, the guy got the benediction of crackheads. His verse number 8 was Yasyam Anagrinami.
Harishyami taddanam shanesh.
What's the second line?
Harishyami
Harishya, that's the part. Harishyami
taddanam
Sadhanam Shane. They said that Krishna especially favors someone, he takes away everything. Most Indians, especially the ones that have money, have some idea about this verse, and they're really nervous about this verse. That Krishna takes away, Yasyam Anagrinami. Anugraha means compassion, means mercy. If Krishna is compassionate to you, he takes away everything. But that's if you have everything and you don't pay attention to Krishna. If having everything doesn't keeps you from being Krishna conscious, if Krishna wants to individually favor you, he'll take away everything, so you have nothing left but surrender to Krishna. But this is another verse that's not understood. So you have so much money, but you are trying your best to be a devotee of Krishna the best you can. Krishna will never take away everything. We see Prabhupada, he said, I had a family of 4, actually I had 5. He had a family of 5 children. But he was in Los Angeles at the time, Prabhupada, 1972. He said, Krishna took away my family of 4, gave me a family of 4,000. He had about 4,000 or 5,000 disciples. So he didn't know what he took away. He took away 4 knuckleheads. I mean, four children that were a little bit not so favorable in a lot of ways to Prabhupada. And gave him 4,000 surrendered disciples. Later 5,000. So that's one point. So let's start chapter 15. Description of this Prabhupada describes this chapter. Description of Vaikuntha. Description of Kingdom of God. What does Vishnu call it?
Lord Brahma.
Kumaras cursed the doorkeepers.
Chapter 15.
The Kumaras cursed the doorkeepers.
Yeah. Kumara's Sarp and Jai Vijay. Kumara's cursed doorkeepers. My good. Maybe if somebody comes here, curse, sorry. I don't think any curses work. He's immune to curses. He took a vaccine, against curses. So many people come to me and complain about the bulldog at my front gate. They said, I try to come meet you, but you got a bulldog there. I said, what bulldog? I had a little dark brown bulldog. What do you mean? You're Chokidar. I said, it's okay, he's a nice guy. Don't pick on him. So verse number 1. Maitreya said, who is Maitreya speaking to? Diti, fearing her sons would afflict the Devatas. So after Kashyapa told Diti, his wife, that having children now, they're going to be demons, they're going to harass all the Devatas, and we're going to get in a lot of trouble for producing these dangerous sons. So she became a little fearful. So she didn't give birth for 100 years. That's what happened. That's the first verse. That must be a pretty interesting way to go. 100 years. I don't know, that's heavenly 100 years or earthly 100 years. Whatever, 100 years is a long time. It's supposed to be 10 months or 9 months. Okay, about there. So, Now it describes a lot about, talks about Vaikuntha, because what happens is that the chapter of four Kumars, they go to Vaikuntha, have darshan of Vishnu, and Jaya Vijay, the gatekeepers, they said you can't see him now. The Kumars got angry and they cursed him. So look at text 14, chapter 15. This is the most important verse for this chapter, 15. Read the Sanskrit.
वसन्ति यत्र पुरुषाः सर्वे वैकुण्ठमुक्तया ये अनिमित्त निमित्तेन धर्मेणाराधयन् हरिम्.
The verse says that everyone in Vaikuntha has a spiritual form like Vishnu, Sarupya Mukti. So, this very important verse is quoted by Jiva Goswami in Priti Sandarbha number 10, Anushade number 10. His commentary explains how the Vishnu or Krishna, has expanded his body into unlimited spiritual forms. And with each one of those spiritual forms, what do I explain it? That Krishna has produced from his own body unlimited spiritual forms to be inhabited by every sadhana siddha jiva. Every jiva becomes sadhana siddha, attains perfection in bhakti bhajan. There's a spiritual body waiting for that person in Vaikuntha or Vrindavan, according to what their bhajan is. And those spiritual bodies are directly expanded from Vishnu or Krishna. And they're fully transcendental. So this verse is cited to prove that. It says, Vaikuntha Murti, Sarva Vaikuntha Murti, line number 2. Vasanti Yacha Purusha. When a person who goes Yacha Purusha, let's see what this verse is. What verse number is that?
14. 15.
Okay, let's see. What does Vasa mean?
Living place.
Living place, Brajvas. So Purusha means person. Sarvi means all. All the persons living in Vaikuntha have formed Murti, Vaikuntha Murtis, which means they have spiritual forms. Where they get those spiritual forms, they're expanded from Vishnu or Krishna. So there's unlimited gopis, unlimited cowherd boys, unlimited mothers, unlimited spiritual bodies are in Motherly Bab, unlimited spiritual bodies in Fatherly Bab, called Vatsalya Bab, unlimited mandris, unlimited sakis, gopis, they're all there. The unlimited wives in the Vaikuntha portion of Goloka Vrindavan. So when one gets liberated, Krishna gives one of those bodies to the person. So that body is given by the Guru to meditate on. And that body you meditate on, that same body you're given when you get to the spiritual world. And you see that body when you attain Baba in this body. It's called Jiva Mukta. You become liberated from the influence of material body when you attain Baba Bhakti. And you attain the spiritual body when you attain Prema and give up the Baba. Give up the Sarkadeya of a sadhana siddha. Then you attain birth in Goloka Vrindavan, Bhoma Vrindavan, Prakat Lila Krishna, and that same spiritual body you meditate on. So that's nice. So there's a lot of nice description about the spiritual world here. Vaikuntha, same in Vrindavan. Verse 17 says, the devotees are always singing the glories of Krishna. The commentary. They enter into Radhika and up to their necks. 17, commentary. Devotees enter Radhika and up to their necks, and they start chanting Hare Krishna. Start singing the glories of Radha Krishna. Or they place their wives on a tree branch. Krishna took the clothes of the girls and put on the branches. But Vaikuntha, the husbands put their wives on the branches. Or they cover their wives with leaves. That's pretty cool. And then they have them enter the water. They're really playful characters. When the wind blows, they chastise the wind. Oh, wind, you're carrying a fragrant, beautiful, sweet smell of flowers, trying to distract my mind from absorbing in the sweetness of Krishna's Leela. Do you think your flowers are sweeter than Krishna's Leela? What's Krishna's Leela called?
Madhu.
Leela Madhurya, Prema Madhurya, Vena Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya. Madhuri. Oh wind, oh flower-filled wind, do you think you're sweeter than Krishna Leela? Madhurya Leela? No, you're not. How foolish you are. Sound like the guys in my country are pretty drunk. They're pretty excited. He got me in some kind of altered state of consciousness. Just trying to wipe up in a tree. And bring her down and cover her with leaves. Cover her with leaves and take her in the river to go swimming. And what's on their mind? They're crocodiles or what? And when they sing, they smell flowers in the air. They curse the air. The flowers send it air, they curse it. Hey, what? Trying to struggle you to the sweet of Krishna. Okay. Definitely an exciting place. And so the birds up there are all singing. But when they hear the devotees, the human beings up there, human devotees sing, all the birds, the doves and the cuckoos, they stop singing, chirping, because they say, oh, they're glorifying Krishna, let's be silent and listen. The bees sitting on Krishna's garland start humming, Hari, Hari. Their wings are vibrating and they're saying Hari, Hari. You heard? Hari. What is Garuda's wings doing? The wings of Garuda.
Vishnu.
No, wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. The wings of Garuda are vibrating the Samaveda. Samaveda, all kinds of prayers to worship for Murtis of the Lord and prayers for worshiping Murti Puja. Glorification of Krishna in the form of Archan, Archamurti, Murti. It's called Samaveda. So its wings are vibrating when it goes through the air. Roll down, put down your convertible, Ferrari, turn on your stereo, the music goes flying out. Shreya Ghoshal comes out of your car, blasting some Hindi bhajan, going down the street, some love song. So when Garuda flies his wings, people hear it. Om Tat Vishnu Param Padam. Hear some Veda being chanted as it goes by. Hey Garuda, turn it down. Turn down your stereo, it's too loud, man. Disturbing the peace. Shut up. So what are the bees doing in Krishna Loka? They're vibrating their wings, and their wings are chanting what?
Radhe Radhe.
You guys. Brainwashed, all you guys. Can't teach you anything. Oh, one-track minds. Right, Radhe, Radhe. Kung boys, Radhe, Radhe. Jivani Bandar Boy, Radhe. Radhe Pagishame Bandar Boy. Prabhupada's commentary on verse number 18. This verse describes the absolute nature of Vaikuntha. There's no difference between birds and human beings. The situation in the spiritual sky is everything is spiritual and variegated. So birds are also speaking and chanting glories of Krishna, and also human beings. Everything is animate. There's nothing inanimate. Even trees, the ground, the plants, the flowers, the birds, the beasts are all on the level of Krishna consciousness. Like the story of Radharani's waste bells. Radharani ran out of the kunja and forgot her waste bells. And she asked Tulsi Manjari, go back and get the waste bells. I left them in the flower bed in the kunja. So Tulsi Manjari ran back to the kunja, to the forest of Vrindavan from Barsana, and she saw the waste bells on the flower bed. And she reached her hand over to pick up the waste bells. The waste bells moved away from her hand. And she went to reach, and they went the other way. And so then Tulsi Manjari understood why the waste bells were avoiding her hand and not letting her pick them up. So she said, look, waste bells, I think you're in Man. You're feeling jealous anger at Radharani. Why is that? And the waste bells talked to Tulsi Manjari. He said, look, you guys, if you heard that Jatila was coming and the sun was about to rise, so you ran out of here like super fast. And everybody left, all the Manjaris left, all the Sakhi left, Radharani, Krishna, and they forgot me. I was such an important servant of Radharani. Without me, there's no Kunja Leela. Without waste bells, Kunja Leela doesn't work, doesn't go. Without me, there's no Rasa Leela. Without me, there's no Jal Keli, there's no Rati Keli, there's no Keli at all without me. And you just forgot me. So I'm in mine. I'm not leaving the Kunj. Oh, come on, waste fellows. Her name is Kinkini. Kinkini means wastrel. Come on, Kinkini, Devi, be nice. Look, I'll tell you what. If you come with me, I'll give you some Mahaprasad. Well, feed Radharani a lot of sweets, and then her belly will expand. When her belly expands, it'll push on you, make you tighter, and you'll get a little sweetness from that tight embrace of Radharani's belly pushing on your waist bells. So the King Mala said, Okay. But don't let this happen again. So these are waste bells, are usually some golden bells, which are usually animate, they're not conscious, they don't speak, they don't have feelings. But in the spiritual world, they do speak, they have full consciousness, they can speak, they can move, they can talk, they can walk, they can cry, they can laugh. So this is the absolute nature of Bhagavatam. That's what Prabhupada's saying here in this commentary. The trees, the ground, the plants, the flowers, the birds are all Krishna conscious. The cuckoos, other birds like peacocks, they prefer to hear, they want to hear the vibration of Krishna's glories from the bees. The bees are supreme. The cuckoos sing nice and chant Sanskrit so good, but the bees don't follow around. They just chant one word. Hari, 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 Hari. And that does everything. Hari glorifies Krishna, and Hari glorifies Radharani. Krishna steals Radharani's heart, Radharani steals Krishna's flute. Hari means steal, thief, chore. Krishna steals Gopi's clothes, and they steal his clothes. Sometimes. So now we have verse 17. There's commentary in 16 by Vishnu. All the trees are Nitya Siddha. The birds are all Abhiram, without any material desires. Now verse 19, read the Sanskrit.
Mandara tunga surabhotpala champakarna punnaga naga bakulam bhujaparijata gandhe chite tulasika bharanena tasya yasmim stapa sumanaso bahumanya manayanti.
Sumanaso. What does the word Sumanaso mean? Sumanaso mean?
Pure mind.
Yeah. Su means good mind. So it's translated as pure mind. Also means lake. Like Kusun Sarovar, the original name of Kusun Sarovar was Sumana Sarovar. Sumana means flower, Sumana means good mind, and Sumana means reservoir, lake. Because in Yoga Shastras, it says by yoga meditation, we go through two different stages on the yoga ladder. One is called dharana. Dharana precedes dhyanam. Dharana means collecting all the senses, and stilling and quieting all the senses, and fixing on one point, and continuously fixing on one point, that's called dhyana. So collecting all the senses is called dharana. So that discussion in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it says the mind of the meditative yogi should be like a still lake. It should be Sumana. It's a play on words in Sanskrit in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The Suman should be like a Sumana. The good, pure, peaceful mind should be like a lake. A windless lake. The water is just clear and deep and refreshing and cool. A mountain lake. Undisturbed, no waves, no vibration. No, it's called vikshepa. In yoga it's called vikshepa, means distraction, vikshepa. So, 19, we read 19? We just read 19. So it talks about the flowers and the forest, all kinds of Gokul and Nagakeshar, Punaga, Parijat, There's a verse in Padma Puran the Krishna glorifies Tulsi. What's a big day for Tulsi in the year?
A marriage of Tulsi Prasad.
Called Tulsi Narayan Vivaha. Tulsi Narayan Vivaha, when is that?
Kartik in the end. In the end of Kartik.
Kartik Purnima. Kartik Purnima is Tulsi Narayan Vivaha, the marriage of Tulsi Narayan. Narayan in the form of Shalagram Shila and Tulsi in the form of Tulsi. So in that prayer that Krishna over to Tulsi, he said, Krishna Jivani Nandini Pushpasara Tulasi Vishwapavani Vishwapujita Vrinda Vrindavani. It's in Padma Puran. So he says Pushpasara Tulasi. What does that mean?
Essence of all flowers.
Pushpasara.
Essence. Essence of our flowers.
Pushpasara Tulasi means Tulsi flowers are the essence of all flowers. That's why in 10th Canto it describes that Krishna's garlands are always intertwined with Tulsi Manjari. But people are lazy when they make garlands, so they don't put Tulsi on them. What kind of gopi are you?
Very bad. I will tell you to Krishna. Even only one.
What?
Even only one manjari or one leaf I will put.
Okay, we're done.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry, say stupid.
Yes.
S, but not S for sorry, say I'm stupid. Sorry, anybody can be sorry, but be stupid, it takes a little more humility. Saying sorry, there's no humility in that. Saying you're stupid, some humility is there. So, these are very fragrant flowers, and they're offering their obeisance to Tulsi. The Vishnu says all the other flowers say Tulsi are so fortunate. Prabhupada's commentary is really nice on this verse. Prabhupada, just see what great introductions Prabhupada did. He spread the glories of the holy name all around the world. He spread the Rath Yatra of Jagannath from Puri all around the world. He spread the teaching of Gita and Bhagavatam all around the world. He spread the glories of idol worship, which is condemned by Christianity, and condemned by Judaism, and condemned by Muslims. They all condemn worshiping murtis and idols. And Prabhupada defied the Christians and Jews and Muslims by establishing murtis all around the world. And he also introduced the Garden Club. Tulsi Puja, worship of a plant as God. And he also introduced worship of a rock as God. In the 24th chapter of the 10th Canto of Krishna book, which Prabhupada translated in 1969 and published in 1970 with a donation from George Harrison of the Beatles, Prabhupada writes there, he said, sometimes devotees take a rock from Govardhan and worship it just like a form of Krishna. Therefore, members of the Krishna conscious movement may take a stone from Govardhan and worship him just like Krishna. It's right in the commentary, right in Prabhupada's purport, in chapter 24 of the 10th Canto of Krishna book. So as some people say, you can't take rocks, you can't take Giriraj rock, you can't take Mount Vrindavan. This purport is printed, this book was printed in New York, and ordained devotees in India. Members of the Krishna conscious movement in 1960s, I say 69, We're all from England, Canada, San Francisco, New York, Montreal, London, that's it. There was no descent or nothing in India. So for Prabhupada saying it's okay for Western people, for anybody to take your Raja Vrindavan. That's the whole idea of it. So it's really amazing. You got introduced to worship of Tulsi all around the world. There's people right now in Siberia worshiping Tulsi. It's 60 below zero and they have fresh Tulsi manjaris in the winter. I was the town president in Baltimore, Maryland, a small town of about 15 devotees. We had 2 houses next door to each other. And we had a greenhouse, heated greenhouse. In the winter, our electric bill was $1,500 just for the Tulsi cows. That's a lot of money. That was 1982. There was 8 rupees on a dollar in 1982. 1982, 8 rupees, $1. Now it's 80 rupees, $1. So it'd be 10 times more, it'd be $16,000. $1,600 to heat up the Tulsi house. There was snow all over the place. We were getting beautiful Tulsi manjaris all winter. So that's the miracle Prabhupada did. So he really liked Tulsi, and he's made many comments about Tulsi. And here's a commentary in the purport of chapter 15, verse 19. Prabhupada said, the importance of Tulsi leaves is very clearly mentioned here in text 19. Tulsi plants and leaves are important in bhakti. Devotees are recommended to water Tulsi tree every day and collect leaves to worship Krishna. One atheistic Swami in India said, actually, you know who the Swami is? He's actually very famous and very much appreciated. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was a Kali worshiper. He worshipped Kali, but he's considered to be atheist, but he's actually a Kali worshiper. Worshiper of Ma Durga Kali. But his preaching was kind of atheistic, probably something like that. But he did a lot of, he did and is doing a lot of welfare for people. He has hospitals, biggest and best hospital in Vrindavan is Ramakrishna Mission. They get donations, they have M-scan there, they have E-scan, or all kinds of CT scan, they have all kinds of machinery there, and very low price for treatment. I met the sannyasi in charge there about 10 years ago. He's quite a gentleman. And he makes it a point, well, there's so many people below him, he goes personally to the rooms where devotees are checked into private rooms in the hospital. He goes there and visits them and talks individually to them. It was much more love and devotion than even devotees do with each other in the temple. His name is Krishna Kaliya. I don't know if he's still there. He was there for a long time. Swami Krishna Kaliya. I met him. I went to his office and talked to him for about an hour. Amazing gentleman. Because they worship Narayan and the Jiva. They consider every Jiva to be Narayan. So they worship every patient like God. He has that philosophy. It's a very nice place and very nice attitude. So anyway, but he was a little, he said this thing, what is the use of watering Tulsi plant? Better grow eggplant. Because he was a Bengali, and you know Bengalis and eggplant are inseparable. It's called eggplant Babaji or something like that. They cut in little slices, and they Put oil in a pan, mustard oil in a pan, and sprinkle turmeric on the eggplant and fry it, turn it over this way, that way. And Prabhupada loved this stuff. Put a bunch of salt on it, black and pepper and turmeric and eggplant. But Began. Began means no gun. Vai-gun. Vai-gun means Began. No gunas. Has no qualities. It's tasteless, but when you cook it, it tastes like mustard oil and holly and black pepper and salt. That's what there was some mushy gushy stuff inside. If you don't like it. I personally don't eat it, I don't like it. Who am I anyway? I'm not Bengali, that's for sure. So he says, better to water eggplant than tulsi. Well, on an eggplant, one can get some fruits. What's the use of watering tulsi? These foolish creatures who are unacquainted with bhakti sometimes play havoc with the education of people in general. The most important thing about the spiritual world is that there's no envy among devotees there. Because all he's talking about, these are all devotees. Nagakesha, chambak flower, tulsi, parijat, they're all flowers, they're all trees, they're all bushes. But Prabhupada says they're all devotees because they're all Krishna conscious and not envious each other. They're appreciating tulsi. You did so many austerities, you came to wife and Ryan, he wears you on his feet, around his neck, in his food. So you're really fortunate, more fortunate than us. What is the most important thing about the spiritual world?
No envy.
No envy among
Devotees. Right.
no envy among devotees. So what if you have envy? What is that? Where you live?
Material world.
Material world. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Matsarya. Matsarya means fish. Matsya. So envy means the big fish wants to eat the little fish. So envy is a tendency to be fishy. The big fish is going, look at this small fry, get on my rope. They see whales open their mouth and they swallow 20, 100 fish at a time. There's one guy who was on the internet I saw the other day. He was riding a little boat called kayak. And a whale swallowed him. But he didn't like the taste of the kayak. So he spit the guy out. He lived through it. It was in his mouth. And he was starting to crush him. That's crabby. The guy wasn't even good enough to get eaten by the whale. It's true. I saw it on the internet. It must be true. That was true. We don't know what's true. This class is being generated by AI. I'm inside sleeping. It's a robot here. Among the flowers, all the flowers are conscious of the greatness of Tulsi. Okay, that's pretty cool. What else we have here? Canto is a really cool place. Let's look at verse 20. Vaikuntha airplanes. What are airplanes made of, Vaikuntha? Gold, Vaidurya gems. What is Vaidurya? What kind of gem is that?
I don't have idea.
That's pretty good. Very smart idea.
Good idea.
Listen up, kids. Vaidurya is lapis lazuli. L-A-P-I-S. Lazuli. L-A-Z-U-L-I. You know what that is?
Yes,
Yes.
What color is it?
a blue.
Yeah. There's little green dots in it also. Blue, turquoise blue. Look it up in your Google or whatever. See a picture of it. It's a very nice gem.
It's like
Usually.
Yeah. Lapis lazuli. Put it on your bucket list.
it's dangerous though. Dangerous. No one, not everyone can.
It's like a blue sapphire.
No, it's just not a sapphire. Sapphire is crystal family.
No, it's
Like diamond family. Crystal. Sapphire is stone. And sapphire's got fat, this isn't that fast, it's a stone.
It's
Like
like
opal.
it's
Like opal.
it's
We speak with American Indians. American Indians use a lot of lapis lazuli jewelry. It's a rock like marble. Marble's a crystal also.
They make columns from this.
Huh?
They make columns from this stone in churches and cathedrals in St. Petersburg. It's made.
Those guys got the money. Church has got big bucks, man. All the mafia money.
Yeah.
Gold, Vaidurya, and emeralds. Okay, good deal. Now look at the difference here. It describes the women, Vishnu describes the women in Vaikuntha. Women are most beautiful. They have broad hips and smiling faces, but they can't produce passion by their naturally attractive smiles, glances, and words in the men, because their men are absorbed their minds in Krishna. Wow. That's a different world. Now you know how much you're like with the, how much you're not like I got with you. Okay. Thank you. So, if the naturally attractive smiles, glances, and broad hips, and etc. of you women don't produce passion in you, then you know you're Christian conscious. You're passionate about Krishna. It goes without saying, everyone in Vaikuntha is blissful, serving the Lord. So, what is that? What is the? There's some signboards on the roads to Vaikuntha.
Seva is bliss.
Save us, please. The house of Vishnu has crystal walls and gold embellishment. Oh, let's see. It's a little different. This verse 3:15-21 of Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam translated, it says, Lakshmi and the ladies of Vaikuntha, it appears as if they're sweeping the palace walls, but they're not really. They're just carrying around lotus flowers in their hands. But Prabhupada and other acharyas comment on this verse differently. Prabhupada's translation, verse 21. The Vaikuntha ladies are carrying lotuses in their hands, and their ankle bells are tingling. They're sometimes seen cleaning the marble walls, which are bedecked at intervals with golden borders in order to receive the grace of the personality of Godhead. Anugraha, line 4 of verse 21 says Anugraha. Anugrahani means mercy, grace. And Bhagavad gives it a whole different translation. He says everyone's trying to get the mercy of Lakshmi Devi. You see 21 in your book. He's describing Lakshmi Devi, trying to get them, and everyone's trying to get her mercy, be blessed with fortune or whatever. But Prabhupada gives a whole different twist on that, meaning by just describing the ladies of Vaikuntha are as beautiful as Lakshmi. So he's not saying verses about Lakshmi, he says the ladies of Vaikuntha. So Sri Rupini, Sri Rupini Krayanati, Kranayati, Sharanarvindam, Vilambuja, Hari Sadmani. Hari Sadma means house or race. Shrotika. Samarjali. Sri Vigara. What was that verse about? Cleaning the temple. Mandir Marjananda. So Marjana means sweeping, cleaning. That verse is there. The last line of this verse 21. Samarjativa. You see it? Samarjativa. So they're sweeping. So they do that. Like I read in Dwarka Leela, in the 10th Canto of Bhagavatam, it says Satyabhama and Rukmini, they sometimes take their end of their sari and they wipe the marble or onyx or marble walls. Well, the walls are there's no dust there. It's the transcendental abode of Dwarka. And they're just wiping it. So when Krishna walks by, they'll say, "Oh, nice, you're doing seva." So Krishna will they'll attract Krishna's attention. Oh, nice, looks nice. So it's really cute to think like that. Just to say they're just walking around lotus flowers all the time. So it's nice to compare translations. Look at verse 23. It's a very interesting verse. It says, Kukata matigni. Like Aga means, Agni means destroy. Mati means intelligence. Agni means destroy. So kukata, vishya kukata. Kata means talk. Ku means bad. Dirty talk about sense gratification kills the intelligence. Agni means killing. Agni. Mati means intelligence. Very powerful. So that means you hear topics about Maya, about sense gratification, movies, cricket, and all this kind of stuff. It kills your intelligence. The modern way to say this, scrolling on the net kills your intelligence. Let's hear topics other than Krishna Kata. It's Kukata, it's bad Kata. Ku means bad. Shrindvanti means hearing. Hearing, reading, scrolling, surfing. That's expanded a little bit more, modernized it. Surfing on your phone, cell phone, topics unrelated to Krishna is destructive for your intelligence. This description of people are unqualified to go to Vaikuntha. Watch out, kids. You get the CBI after you. Okay, read the second paragraph, page 370. Go on. About demons and stuff like that.
In Puranas and other scriptures, one sometimes hears that there is some momentary occurrence of demons in the spiritual world. But this should not be considered actually entrance into the spiritual world, since they lack realization of spiritual happiness. However, an example may be given. Sometimes tigers or bears enter into the jewel-covered palace of the king, endowed with various fragrances, since for amusement. The king desires that the populace see those animals. Similarly, Krishna, for fun, by his will, brings material objects, ferocious demons, saintly persons like Bhrigu or persons beyond the three gunas, such as the Kumaras, to Vaikuntha, to show to them the inhabitants of spiritual world, and then quickly takes them away as is suitable for his purpose. But he brings his pure devotees to Vaikuntha through his associates on airplanes and has them reside there eternally. He has them taste the sweet about sweet service and sweet pastimes.
Okay, there's a lot of sweets up there. That's good. Indians like that. Indians has more sweet shops per capita than anywhere in the world. One time I was staying in Delhi. I was trying to calculate how many kilos of sugar we consumed every day in Delhi. I was trying to think, there's 1,000 sweet shops, and each sells 500 kilos, and each kilo is 25% sugar, 50% sugar. There was like 10,000 kilos a day sugar in Delhi. I was trying to calculate my head with diet. And my friend has a sweet shop near Red Fort. The devotee's name is Hari Dave does. And it's called Chain Around Sweet Shop, Sydney Sweet Shop. And when each kilo, 1 kilo of sweets, like 12 years ago, it cost 2,000 rupees. Comes in brass boxes. Doesn't come in copper. Comes in brass. So it's ancient, medieval, 500 years ago. Rembrandt, Van Gogh, famous European paintings on it. Replica. Printed on the can, brass can. And people used to bring me those sweets when I was in Delhi Temple. Green pista burfi. It's not green like you saw yesterday. No. Really dark, and all from Kabul, pista from Afghanistan or some crazy place. It's really good. So that's when I got thinking about how many kilos to eat. The four Kumaras, they got to stay like for a few minutes and got kicked out. Why? Why the four Kumaras couldn't stay?
Because they did Vaishnava Parada.
They are Brahmagyanis. They are not.
The Gyanis, the Brahma Gyanis.
Yes.
Vaishnava Parada is a Leela. Who did the aparada? The Jaivi, that's all discussion in this chapter.
Both.
Whole discussion in this chapter. Who operated who? You operated me or I operated you? The four Kumaras made operated the Jai Vijay or Jai Vijay made operated the four Kumaras? What's the answer?
Jai Vijay made
Both made Parada. But it's only Lila, so no one made.
So you do this and no one loses or what?
Yes, so no one.
Who is the younger brother of lust?
Anger.
Right. 631 is your answer. So in the Sanskrit word, the younger brother of lust.
Anger.
Kama.
I said Sanskrit word, not English.
Kama.
Kama the same.
Right. What's the question?
No,
Younger brother of lust.
Anger is called Kama is lust.
Younger brother of lust is anger. Who is Ramanuja?
Lakshmana.
What does that mean?
Younger
Younger
brother
brother
of
of
Younger Anuja, what does it mean?
Younger brother.
Anuj is younger.
Younger brother.
Anu means following, and Ja means following the birth. Following the birth of Ram is Ramanuja. So first Ram took birth, and following his birth, his younger brother took birth. His younger brother is Lakshman. So Kamanuja, younger brother of lust, is anger. These guys always go together. If someone's angry, gets angry all the time, it shows they're very lusty also. But you guys who get angry all the time, really can't find out. Can't hide. Come on here, Jana. Kumara's got angry. Gee whiz, kids. Cool down. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Naughty boys. Only 4 years old, how do you bless me? That's an interesting question. Kamanuja, the younger brother of Kam, appeared as anger of the Kumaras, but where's the older brother? He's only 4 years old, they can't be blessed. Anyway, so don't ask those questions. Prabhupada's commentary. Oh, another way to say is, Kam means what?
Desire to see this.
Kam means what?
Desire.
Desire. So the younger brother of desire is anger. So when do you get angry?
When we don't get
When your mother doesn't give you cookies. You get angry. When your desire is frustrated, not fulfilled, you become angry. So the Kamanusha, they had desire. What was the desire of the Kumaras?
to enter the gate and see
They're inside the house, man. They're in the party. They get stopped at the gate. Like so many people come to my gate to get inside. They're getting inside, they get
Angry.
and start throwing rocks at the gate. Yeah. Bee on the door. Really loud. Sometimes you go to the next door neighbor and stand on the roof and shout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shout more.
Happens sometimes. So these guys get angry. So what's Prabhupada saying? So the younger brother of desire suddenly appeared when the sages were forbidden to see their most beloved personality of God. The younger brother of desire is anger. If one's desire is not fulfilled, the younger brother anger follows. Here we can mark that even great saintly persons like the Kumaras were also angry. But they're not angry for a personal interest. They're angry because they're forbidden to enter the palace to see Vishnu. Anger will continue even in the liberated stage. The four mendicant brothers, Kumaras, were considered liberated souls. Still they're angry because they are restricted in their seva to Vishnu. The difference between ordinary anger and anger liberated persons. What is the difference between anger of materialists and anger of spiritual?
Direction. Cause of anger.
Difference of desire.
The materialist is anger because something to do with an individual with a sense gratification is blocked. The devotee gets angry for why?
When another devotee receives
Someone interferes with his service,
or interferes with the
or attacks the devotee, or attacks Krishna. He becomes angry, or she becomes angry. So my service is to do this. You try to take my service. Like one devotee was telling, she wanted to take a witness service. Remember that?
Yes.
Remember that? One devotee wanted to take your service. Murliko, what's your service?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. She's always on that service.
Angry.
So brother, come, get angry. Transcendental anger. That's so funny. Remember that time? I'm not thinking. Although the Kumaras were already liberated, they became angry. This point is very important. Sense activities continue even in liberated state. Difference, however, is sense activities in liberation are accepted only in connection with Krishna, whereas sense activities in conditioned stage are enacted for personal gratification. That's interesting. idea Proverbs then. Okay. You see how people trying to get darshan Monkey Vihari? They get really angry. They start pushing and elbowing. The old lady, 9-year-old lady will knock you down. Darshan. Crazy. So in their angry state of mind, what did Kumaras say, verse 32? They said, listen you two, Jai and Vijay. You're disrespecting Brahmins. You have a fighting nature. Only you and Vaikuntha should be distrusted by Vishnu. You think the whole world's like yourself. You cheaters. You guys are cheaters. You mistrust others. You alone are not trustworthy. That's what they said. They really gave him the sauce. So they're getting into a tirade. Tirade means getting really angry. The 4 Kumaras, 4 guys against 2. So listen, you dull guys. We're going to curse you because we're angry. So they said, you should get out of here and go where sinful people live. Wow. During the curse of the Brahmins, the Jai and Vijay gatekeepers fell down holding the feet of the Kumaras in distress. Things are getting pretty out of hand. And Big Daddy showed up. What's all this ruckus? What's all this ruckus at the front gate? These little kids are yelling, and driving to that shut up again. These 4-year-old kids, these 2 adults. You can't come in. You're naked. Go get some clothes and come back. Lakshi's inside. You can't walk around the palace like that. You jerk. So the Vishnu came. Krishna, Vishnu, lover of Brahmins and affectionate devotees. So he appeared there to show that bhakti attracts the Lord. That's verse 37. Bhakti attracts the Lord. Vishnu came there to make the Kumaras and the doorkeepers bathe themselves in water drops from the ocean of inner humility, arising after they had committed offenses to each other. 378. Who committed offense to who?
Each other.
Right. By purifying them of their faults, by making both of them realize the meaning of devotee and Brahman. So that's like a Prabhupada's commentary. What verse is that?
37.
57.
37.
Right, 37. 37. At that very moment, Vishnu, Pavanav, learned about the insult offered by Jai Vijay to the 4 Kumaras. Accompanied by Lakshmi, he went there. Krishna and Prabhupada said in the commentary, Bhagavad declares that his devotees cannot be vanquished any time. What's that verse?
हमें वक्त प्रणश्यति क्षिप्रं भवति सर्वात्मा साधुता कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि नमे
Kunteya Pradijani, Name Bhakti. The Lord can understand the quarrel between Jai Vijay and the Kumaras was taking a different turn. Therefore, he instantly came out of his palace, went to the spot to stop further aggravation, so that his devotees, the doormen, might not be vanquished for good. Kumaras were about to finish off the doormen. Wow. Powerful little babies. The 4-year-old kids, man. Don't mess with the Kumaras. Don't mess with the U.S. Amazing. Vishnu to the rescue. They're like 4 kung fu stars, or 4 karate champions. You see it on the net a lot of times. Some little skinny kung fu guy fighting a big Russian boxer. They always have Russian guys for some reason. I don't know why. Big Russian boxer, bigger Russian, I don't know. But he's got big 6-packs, and he's a big tall guy and a little Chinese kung fu guy. And the Russian guy hits him, he falls on his back, knocks down a little Chinese guy. And the Chinese guy gets up and hits right his ear or some pressure point. Just go like that, and the guy goes boom. There's some pressure point where you hit, like right behind your ear, and doop, and the guy goes unconscious. That's right, I remember. Little Shakti spirit. Believe this Marty. Left wing Saki, left wing Gopi. Vamya Vav. Look at verse 43. This real showdown now. 4 Kumaras versus Jai Vijay. Dun 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 dun. So now Vishnu pulled a fast one. He brought a little Tulsi air, Tulsi fragrance. When the sweetness of Vishnu's body, produced by the Tulsi manjaris, it astonished the Kumaras, and they experienced a bliss greater than Brahman. They were Brahmaganis. They became penetrated with Premananda, which is far superior to Brahmananda. What happened when the air passing over the body of Vishnu entered their minds? Their minds and bodies became agitated. First, the mind of the Kumaras became strongly agitated by changes of their heart arising from bliss of having darshan and smelling, darshan of Vishnu and smelling his body. Then the bodies of the Kumaras started showing sattvic vikaras, hair standing and crying and sweating. even though they have been Brahmagyanis, the bliss of Bhagavan was much more powerful. Why? Why is the bliss of Bhagavan Anand, or Premananda Bhagavan, more powerful than Brahmanand?
Because in
Seva.
Seva. In Brahmananda, no Seva.
What?
In Brahmananda, there is no Seva.
According to the book, not your mind.
Because they are getting agitated. Kumaras are getting agitated. Although they fixed in Brahman.
Last word, page 583.
Sweetness.
Sweet. Because of its sweetness.
Read the sentence again. Even though
they had been practicing contact with the Brahman,
who's they?
Kumaras, four Kumaras. Contact with the Brahman, the bliss of Bhagavan was more powerful because of its sweetness.
What is the sweetness and light?
No sweetness.
Right. That's what I asked. Sweet, like we say when we meet somebody, you say, you smell nice. You smell nice, you look nice, you taste nice, you feel nice. These are sense experiences. The transcendental senses of the four Kumaras were awakened by the mercy of Vishnu Darshan and Kripa. And they experienced the sweetness of Krishna, form with their eyes, the smell with their nose. And they fell down at his feet, they experienced the touch of his feet. So the sweetness of the bliss of experiencing the person, Bhagavan, was much more than the bliss, happiness of bliss of Brahman, the light of Bhagavan. Brahman is the light of Bhagavan. It's not the touch of Bhagavan, not the sight, smell, taste. Can you experience taste and smell? Can you experience taste and smell?
Yes.
Kind of.
Your nose is stuffed. Can you taste anything?
No.
The same tongue is there. Same taste buds are there. So tasting is a function of tongue and nose. You smell bread cooking in Merlika's oven. You smell pizza cooking in Nagari Mai's oven. Then you know, or cake, you know. Cake coming up, pizza coming up. So smell is a good relation to taste. So they smelled the Tulsi flowers on the feet of Vishnu, and they tasted Vishnu's feet by that smell. So all their senses were experiencing supreme bliss and sweetness by experiencing the sweetness of Vishnu's form. Smell, touch, taste, everything. Look at verse 45. The darshan. When devotees have darshan of Krishna Vishnu, they experience 7 items. What are they?
Sound, touch, form, taste.
Page 385, less than.
It means touch, sound,
Sound,
form,
touch, form,
taste.
taste, smell, mercy, action, and power.
They experience a sweet voice. Where you find this experience of darshan defined very nicely? What book, what author?
Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jagannath Puri. Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Yeah, not to, but more appropriately, that's it, Lord Chaitanya's experience, of Radharani's experience of Krishna with the 5 senses. But the sadhaka experiencing Krishna's darshan, I was thinking of that. I should have asked it that way. Where do you find the sadhaka? Where do you find description of a sadhaka experiencing Krishna's darshan? Where's the answer? What shower? The chapters are called showers, Varsha. And Kadamini means what? Row of clouds. So it's a downpour of sweetness. So eight Varsha, there's 8 Varshas. So what Varsha describes?
9. No.
It's in the 8th Varsha.
8.
I think so. I don't know. I don't remember. I think 8. So. Maybe look it up some. I don't remember, but you can try to find out. Anyway, it's a Varsha. What was it Varsha talking about? Talking about frame. Which I think is the 8th Varsha. Check it out. So there it says, when the devotee's first experience of Krishna is what sense?
Sound.
No.
Ears.
What sense when devotee has darshan?
Ears.
What is the first sense that he experiences?
Voice.
Sound.
Hear, like sense of hearing.
Eyes, isn't it? You see, and then you smell. Listen, you see with your eyes have darshan, called sakshat darshan. First you have spurti in your mind, vishvarti, then you have sakshat darshan. Then you faint. And then while you're fainting, Krishna comes closer to you, kneels next to you, and you smell his fragrance. Then you wake up from fainting, and you see Krishna next to you, and you're smelling his fragrance. All your senses become noses. Then you faint again. And then he speaks to you. He said, hey, wake up, Jack. I came here to give you darshan. So why are you fainting? You can't experience my sweetness by fainting. So the third experience of Krishna is with the ears. So eyes, nose, ears. And then when you hear his voice, you faint again. You become conscious, you look at it faint again. And then he touches your hand, lifts you up or embraces you, or then last thing is kissing. Kiss your forehead, kiss your cheek, kiss your lips. Depends on what your styrati is. If you're in motherly love, you kiss your forehead. No, kiss your cheeks. If you're in like a friend, you kiss your forehead. And if you're a lover, kiss your lips. In Madhurya Rati. So this is a progression. So this is explained here. 8 devotee experiences 7 items. Page 385. This is the experience that the Kumaras had when they had darshan of Vishnu. Sweet voice of Vishnu, his soft touch, his beautiful form, his sweet taste, the fragrance, smell, his affection, mercy, his lila pastimes, by their 6 senses in the form of prema. The 8th item, the power of Aishwarya, consisting of the 6 qualities which define Bhagavan is experienced by devotees aspiring for liberation. So that's what they experienced. So that really upgraded them. They became, being Gyanis became Dasya Bhaktas. What time is it?
5:17.
8 shower.
8 shower. What time?
5:17.
5:17.
Yes.
Start at 3. So it's in the 5 o'clock, why didn't somebody we all figured. Okay, next week read 17, chapter 17 and 18. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Gurudev ki jai.